Hi, I'm Trooper Smacka.
Hi, I'm Trooper Wellman,
Please stay tuned for a behind-the-scenes look at being a state trooper.
and together we can make a difference.
Here we are for another edition of Trooper Talk, live at the 360 Vegas studios with Trooper Wellman. Trooper Wellman, I have some fun things for you today.
Okay.
So we have a new microphone. That's Trooper Talk. The second thing I have, which I won't reach so far, is that we got some stickers made. And everybody, these are Trooper Talk stickers.
These are awesome.
So what I wanted to tell you is that we're trying different things now. And so, you know, we appreciate the fact of going to NHP, the headquarters, and, you know, doing these fun things and interviewing everybody. You know, everybody's very excited. And so the difference is that if they're not going to come on Trooper Talk because they're too busy, then we're just going to go to them. You know what I'm saying? And so it's fantastic. And so in today, we will go through, we had the promotion ceremony and stuff like that. But I wanted to touch on a few things. You know, we're just now past the Labor Day holiday, right? And so what people don't realize is that now the weather's changing. You know, the sun doesn't react in the same ways. Maybe it's darker early. You know, all these things are going to start happening. And we need to be very conscious of the roadways. And still, when I was driving home, there were two motorcycles doing about 170 miles an hour last night, and they were cooking. And so you can't be everywhere.
Right.
And so...
Yeah, and that's where we really rely on our community and our relationships we built with our community members and the trust that they have in us, that they feel like they can call us when they see a moving hazard to the motoring public. Please always call us, Star NHP, 911, 311. Any of those numbers will do, because we can't be everywhere at all times. And we appreciate their help so much to getting these dangerous individuals off the roadway that are putting everyone in danger, especially themselves.
And again, I saw when I was taking my drive this Sunday, a car that was in the middle lane that had a big NHP written on the back of the back of the rear view mirror, which means, you know, they probably weren't doing something they were supposed to, and they drove into the middle lane again. And when you have a problem, you go to the far right, not to the middle, because it was right on a corner, and it's...
So if you ever see somebody with like a big marking on their window that says NHP and an event number,
Yeah.
usually what that means is if your car is disabled and you leave it on the highway, you can leave your vehicle on the highway for up to 24 hours before we'll take action and get it towed. We will mark it with our event number and that we were there, and then Freeway Service Patrol also does the same. So if you see FSP, that means Freeway Service Patrol came and saw the vehicle.
Okay.
See NHP, that means Nevada Highway Patrol saw the vehicle. And then that way, if we stop out the vehicle again and we see our case number on the back window, we can check our log and we can go, oh, this was 3 days ago we marked this vehicle. You know, now it's time to go ahead and tow it. We don't encourage people to leave their vehicles on the side of the highway, but things happen. Maybe you ran out of gas and you have a loved one come pick you up, or a friend, and you're going to go get gas and you'll be right back. Or maybe you're making arrangements to get a part to then get your vehicle fixed or off the highway. So we understand things happen, and that's why you have the 24-hour rule.
Yeah, I always see people, you know, not always, but you know, where they have the car on the side of the road and they're fixing the flat tire and they have the jack up, and I'm like, you know, it's just so scary, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you can safely like just slow down, put your hazards on, and get to the far right lane and put your vehicle off the highway, that's the best thing to do when you have a flat tire. But I understand that sometimes that's not a possibility, and you just have to do what you have to do. Please don't ever hesitate to call us. Again, Star NHP, 911 or 311. We're more than happy to come out there and be behind your vehicle to offer a little bit of protection or visibility to the motoring public by activating our red and blue lights to try to slow people down. Or if we need to take a lane, we can take a lane to get people to move over, so that way you can safely change your tire. And we always, majority of us are very happy to assist you in changing your tire as well.
Yeah, totally. And so, you know, the holiday weekend, right? You know, people are doing things and all this type of stuff. I didn't see a lot of bad things that were happening, you know, and so we're very thankful for that. You know, I mean, nothing big was on the news or, you know, anything of that nature, right?
Yeah, Office of Traffic Safety partnered with Lyft again. They offered discounts for rideshare. You know, we were really trying to promote people out there for the Labor Day weekend to just plan ahead and be responsible and just get to your destination safely. And it seems like our community was maybe listening this weekend, and we're so appreciative of that. And everyone that, I don't have the numbers, but obviously there was some lives lost this weekend, but maybe those that took a step back and made the right choice prevented from losing more than what had happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, when I was driving, I saw those big red signs that say "wrong way." You know, don't travel this way. You know, and so unless you're impaired, you don't see that sign.
Absolutely. They're there, and they're large, like you said. They're in red. Even if you don't speak English or are able to read, you know that the red color means stop, or it's universal, or something's wrong, or it gets your attention to maybe look around and think, wait, am I doing something wrong? So please always just pay full attention. But yes, they're on the back of all the highways. If you see a wrong way vehicle, call us immediately, because nothing good will come from that.
Yeah, nothing good comes from that. So I got some videos today.
Okay.
Let's see. I watched only a moment, but there she is.
Oh.
All right. So we all love Chelsea, Lieutenant Stunkel, right?
Hi,
She's
Ed.
fantastic. You know, she's the president of the IPOF as well. And, you know, her husband was there, who's the captain.
Mm-hmm.
And she had all her kids there. And, you know, I think it was a very special moment. And so, you know, watching her and the captain and all that type of stuff was really, really wonderful.
Yeah, Chelsea's got, I think, 6 months or a year on me. And so I've pretty much watched her. Like, I remember going to lunch with her on Graveyard. Her and I worked the yard together from being baby troops. And now to see her all the way up to a lieutenant rank is just, I feel so proud of her. Like, I don't know what other words, but I'm just so
Yeah.
proud of her. And she's doing it. And she's an amazing leader, and she's perfect for the spot. And I think I'm mostly excited to see what she's going to do for our agency in this role, because she's done everything from parole and probation to our internal affairs and highway patrol, and now she came back to highway patrol. So she's seen all more than just two of our divisions, and that's just a great asset to have on your team and in our leadership role, because she's seen different sides of how everything works. And I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with her in this role now.
Yeah, and so she's the daytime lieutenant,
Yep.
which means she drives in a car now,
Yep.
or whatever. You know what I
Yep,
mean?
her
The
patrol
right?
car.
The patrol car, right? So she's out there,
Yep.
like, you know, no more like, you know, behind the scenes and stuff like that. Like, you know, they need someone, they need help or whatever. That's her job now.
That's the commander. Yeah, she's in it.
Right.
Every morning when I sign on, I hear Lieutenant Stunkel now out there making traffic stops and backing her troops, and it's just really nice to hear her voice on the radio again. And yeah, she had to put the uniform back on because she hasn't worn it for a lot of years.
Saying, right?
And yeah, she forgot what this feels like, how uncomfortable the uniform. I'm just kidding.
Right, 100%.
Wearing a vest and you're sweating, and you know there's the pros and cons, but ultimately, when you put your badge on, you have a lot of pride and you hold your head high. So she's excited for this new chapter.
Yeah, I think so. And so congratulations to her and to her entire family, because, you know, it means a lot. I mean, they're both in it, you know, both her and her husband.
Yeah, they're a power team.
You know what I mean?
I don't want to say power couple, but they're a power couple, power team. He's our captain over our training division. Now she's a lieutenant over the day shift patrol. And they are always there when any troopers need help. And they're both the commanders of our honor guard. I mean, Captain Stunkel, he's literally coordinated all of our fallen's funerals. You know, he has a background. He was a Marine. His son's a Marine now. They just do tremendous work for each one of us as individuals, but just our department in general. They're just amazing and a great asset to have.
Yeah, 100%. So we thank her and the captain. He was there.
Captain
He when you watch the video, you'll see he turns over and to everyone, and no one else was there.
Oh.
Yeah. But we wanted to make it a point that we were there and that we appreciated her and for everything that you do. You know what I mean? To support her and all that type of
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
because she appreciates you every time we talk to her.
Oh yeah, and it's ditto. Like, anytime I've ever called Lieutenant Stunkel, how can I help? Not, what do you need? It's how can I help?
Yeah.
She's amazing. So
She always answers the text right away.
I know she's
You know
on
what I'm
it.
saying? Like right on it.
Yeah,
you
and
know
she's
what I'm
got 3 boys, and
I
I don't know
don't-
how she makes
I
the
don't
time. And she's the president of IPOF, and it's
Yeah.
just nonstop.
saying? You
So
send her a text, she's there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
All right.
yeah.
What do we got here?
So the Las Vegas Raiders actually opened up their arena for us, and it was a community photo day where
Wow.
law enforcement agencies, as well as like little football teams and sports teams and stuff, could come out and take group photos. You had 15-minute window. It was an awesome opportunity to come in and see the stadium, and their staff was so kind and so welcoming, and it was a really cool opportunity because I think most will understand it, but only some do. So I want to explain this photo.
Yeah, I want to explain. I want to know.
So everyone with the smoky hat on, the trooper hat,
Yeah.
those are our highway patrol. And then all these individuals who don't have the smoky on, that's our parole and probation. But we wanted to show that even though we're 2 different divisions, we are one family. And we wanted to show the unity between it. And we wanted to highlight this photo as a recruitment opportunity. And, we have our lieutenant colonel right there in the middle, and we have our captains and our lieutenants and people of rank. And you can't even tell who's who because we are all just one in this photo. But ultimately, we took multiple different photos of just no smokies, with smokies, this, that. But this photo was powerful to me because you have highway patrol and you have parole and probation, but ultimately we are just one. And we all wear the same uniform. When we're working the road or working our daily responsibilities, parole and probation will wear a different get-up.
Right.
And we won't wear ties and stuff, but on this day, we were all
ties.
one,
Yeah, Look at that.
Yeah, those are our Class A's. Those are our ceremonial uniforms.
okay.
So,
And so you let me ask you this. So you park there, right? And you come out from where they run out to the field?
I'm not sure what entrance we came in, but we came in one of the entrances, and it was, like
what I'm saying is you walk out of the tunnel,
yeah.
okay? And you've not done it before. And you look up and you see 60,000 seat, right? Like look, you're like, "Oh my god," right?
Yeah.
Like
I have never been in that stadium, and so to go in there, it was breathtaking.
Yeah, that's
and then
what
to
I'm
see that, because I think they usually light that flame torch thing too, but they
Okay,
didn't have it that day. But it was just like massive,
yeah.
and to know that this is a part of our community now. This is the greatest city in the world to live in, and
yeah.
it's just amazing how we're growing with all of our professional sports teams, and I just love the relationships we're making with all of them, to have opportunities such as this. So
Yeah.
super, super grateful.
And I love it because, for them, the cost is minimal, but to be able to give back to allow you to be able to take the photos and do, it's like that's what's important. And so we want to highlight any business that wants to do that. So if you're a business, right, and you want to do something like this, contact us, contact Ashley, because we'll highlight you on Trooper Talk.
Yeah,
You know
absolutely.
what I'm saying? Like it's very important. I mean, and so I think that's what's special is it's the opening of the hearts. In order to do that. So
Yep, building these
congrats
relationships.
Thanks for Allegiant Stadium for doing that, and of course the Las Vegas Raiders. You know what I mean? So that's great. All right, great. What a great photo too.
So this was a crash on the 90, I want to say it was like 95 and Martin Luther King or something, but vehicle failed to yield to the red traffic signal and hit a fire engine or fire truck, which luckily everyone was okay in that vehicle, but look at the damage it caused because of the force going against that big truck. But also, now you just disabled an emergency vehicle that was needed to render aid to people in our community that needed aid, right? And it's like,
How big is a fire truck? I mean, you're not talking like a motorcycle, right? A fire truck, right?
big, yellow, bright.
I mean, big, yellow, huge truck.
Mm-hmm.
you know, one of the ladies, we were talking. She said, you know, she waits when the light turns green. You wait for 5 seconds. You know, to make sure nobody's driving through the lane. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I pause.
I-
Absolutely.
how do you? Okay. Well, thank goodness everybody's safe in there. But
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously this car's a total wreck, and like you said, you know, this disabled, you know, something that is needed for somebody to maybe go and save someone's life.
Absolutely put out a fire, you know.
And it's not going to be fixed. I mean,
No.
fast to fix these things. They have
No.
to take them apart. They have to, you know, and
Probably
so
special order parts, everything, yeah.
so if you see a fire truck, slow down.
Yeah.
And if you see if you know, I mean, don't be running red lights.
Yeah, but I will say at least our troopers, Sergeant Broadcheck was the one who took these photos for me because he was on scene.
Yes.
But, you know, we always like helping out our firefighters, our community partners, and it's just one of those moments where we get to say, like, you know, we're the heroes. I'm just kidding.
Right, exactly. we're the heroes. Right, you guys are good. Shout out to Sergeant Broadcheck. He was the original PIO, and then he became the sergeant. And we should shout out to Sergeant Smacker, right?
Today's actually Sergeant Smacka's birthday. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, happy
Johnny,
birthday.
make a note of this time. Sergeant Smacka's mom, we're saying hello to your son on his birthday. We should sing him happy birthday.
Oh, gosh.
Right?
No.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sergeant
Sergeant
Smacka. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
We'll see you real soon, okay? Come and see us on the Trooper Talk, okay?
So this is OTS's Officer Traffic Safety Zero Fatalities motto. This 2022 is I haven't been in a crash yet, and everything is yet.
Yes.
So, you know, going back to like, well, I can text and drive, and I've never hit anything or swerved or this and that. It's like, it's yet. It hasn't happened to you yet, but it will if you keep doing it. So just stop and pay full attention. Slow down. Use your turn signal. Don't travel in a reckless manner. It's just not worth it.
85 times before someone gets caught, right? About before drinking and driving,
Yeah. Either way, it's up there.
right?
Yeah.
And so we've all been in situations where, you know, you don't feel good about driving home. And so there's Lyft, there's Uber, there's friends, there's taxis, there's all these things that there's no reason in the world to get behind the wheel if you've been drinking.
Absolutely. And even with our sports teams right now in town or our concerts and stuff, the I can't think of what the acronym for the CAT bus stands for right now, but you know, our transit or our
RTC buses, yep.
thank you, RTC buses, they have all these cool stops set up throughout the entire valley, and it's so easy. It's like $2. You can literally jump on the bus. It'll take you to the venue. You get done, you jump back on the bus, and it drops you back off where you're like. So, for example, I live in Henderson, so there's one at the Green Valley Ranch Hotel. So I could jump on the bus there, go down to T-Mobile Arena or the Raiders Stadium.
Oh.
So Allegiant Stadium, and then jump back on the bus. It'll take me back to Green Valley Ranch, and now I can just take an Uber or a Lyft, or I could get a hotel room there if I wanted to. But that's like maybe $5, $10 versus I would have paid over $50 to get down there. But they make all these. Our city is set up for success. We don't want anybody to get in crashes. All these resources, just use them. I mean, they're there.
Yes, and that's what's important. The resources, we do live in a place where a lot of people don't. You know, a lot of people live in more rural areas where we could be having this show and it's like, well, where do I get a taxi? You know what I mean?
Right.
And where do I get an Uber? The guy's 35 minutes from me, you know? And so that's not the case.
Right.
You know, and so you were after the pandemic, you know, from people that I've talked to, you know, the Ubers are very fast. You know what I mean? Like they're back to, you know, you press a button or something, and, you know, it's a couple minutes, 10 minutes or whatever. And so, you know, you have to wait a moment, but, you know, you're getting home safe.
Yes.
And that's what's important.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Trooper Wellman, thanks again. So we appreciate you coming. And I think that we're hitting on really good things. We're looking forward to the end of the year. We just finished episode, I think this is like episode number 60.
Wow.
And so we're doing it. And so, the good thing is that people are really responding, and I think people are really starting to get the hint. They're watching, and they're starting to slow down, and they're not driving the impaired. So we haven't had one person yet say, I saw the show, and I didn't do it, but I'm sure somebody has. So thanks again for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll see you later.